Welcome to another DNS Vidcast where we take two random topics chosen by the random number generator and discuss them.
It's so random.
It's so random. It's so random. Watch this.
Unpleasant words.
Yes.
Like moist.
That's a good
Whoa,
one.
don't give them all out. I wasn't going to say that.
Before we go into this.
Yes.
There are probably two words that I'm not a fan of that I'd just rather not hear. Mm-hmm. But more so than the words.
Yep, you already said it. More so.
Are the people who are like, oh, don't say that. It
like
just,
moist?
Oh, I can't stand to hear that word. It makes me blah, blah, blah.
That's a little far. But
It's-
there
I have
are
heard
definitely words where just like the sounds that make up the words. The phonemes, is that a thing?
Yeah, something like that.
I feel like
Phonemes?
that's close. That's something like that. Right?
Phonemes.
That make up the word, like just they have an inherent unpleasantness about them.
Moist.
See,
Moist is a
that
word.
is not
Moist.
unpleasant to me.
No, I think people relate it to something that's unpleasant. Like
Genitals.
It's immediately genitals. Yeah, it's sexual.
No, it could also be like,
Well, why is
my,
that all
my
of a
socks
sudden-
are moist. Like, that's not a good feeling for your socks.
All I could think was that you kept your socks in between your legs, and so now they're moist.
That's, you know,
Accurate.
that's your man's opinion.
All right, so
My man's
uncomfortable
opinion.
words, things that.
I can't say my word.
Why not?
It's inappropriate.
Oh, can you spell it?
Yeah, it starts with a Q.
Say
Is it end in an eef?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean queef?
It's so dirty.
See that again? That one really doesn't.
That doesn't evoke any particular
See,
feelings.
the word, I don't care about the word. The meaning of the word is something that grosses me out.
Okay, I think that while that can play into it, I don't know if that's what we're talking about here. Are there any words that just
To
the
say
word
the word.
themselves grundle?
I love grundle. Grundle's my favorite.
Really, that's a word that you enjoy?
Yeah. Like when you're riding your bicycle for too long and your grundle starts to hurt.
But it's just it's a word. Taint.
Taint.
Taint, taint ain't a
it's
word.
Grundle. Grundle
Yeah.
and taint, yeah.
Like they're words that describe their dirtiness.
Taint.
Describe your dirtiness.
I think grundle is like a cutesy word for it.
It's like grundle.
Grundy.
What's a grundy?
Like
Grunge.
it's a wedgie. A grundy
Grunge.
is another word for a wedgie.
Huh?
I've never
in
heard
what
that.
in what place?
I don't know. It was popular when I
Have
was...
you been in Britain? You've been visiting the Great Britain.
I'm gonna give you a grundy hot.
Exactly.
Fanny. Fanny is an unpleasant word to me.
Why don't you shove it
I
right
don't
up
get
your
fanny. Fanny. No. Fanny.
It means you're pussy. That's what it means.
That's accurate.
What?
It's a new world.
Trap said it.
Let's see. Things with there are certain sounds that I'm trying to find words that have this.
Crook.
I'm seeing like a scruh. Like a
Scrotum.
Really?
There you go.
Scrotum.
Is it? But again, we're drawn to these words that have negative
sexualized.
connotations. Is it those things that
Okay.
make the words unpleasant?
I know a lot of pleasant words. I can't think of good examples of words that make me uncomfortable. I guess manual labor. I don't like that.
Manual labor.
Oh, it just hurts my ears.
What about like
Randy.
Randy?
The name Randy.
No, the name
My wife really
Keith
doesn't like
is
that
the
name.
worst.
Really?
Yeah. Ugh.
I had concrete.
I like concrete.
Really? You like? I don't like the word
Two
concrete.
C's coming at you.
Concrete. It's like
Concretia?
that's not a thing. That's not a word. It has to be a word.
Ooh, what about like
Concretia?
like long medical terms like staphylococcus?
That is,
yeah,
that's unpleasant.
Anything that's got that
Oh, you know what? It has cock in it, and that's why we don't like it.
anything that's got that
Staff.
sound in
The
it.
word staff.
You can't say it
You're
like
talking
staph. You have to say,
about staph
I've got a
infection?
staph infection.
Like, that is very unpleasant to
Yeah.
me. It immediately makes me go, I don't want to...
If it's
Touch
staff with a double F, it's okay.
Yeah.
But with a
Sure.
PH, it automatically gets more.
Are you
unpleasant.
talking about staff or step?
staff?
So here's the thing. Do you go to a staff meeting or do you go to a meeting about your staff?
Scrunched.
Oh.
Scrunchy?
So it's the CRU.
Yeah, it's a
Rough.
really it's
Scrunchy.
rough. It's harsh.
Rough.
It's unpleasant.
That's what it is. It makes you think of like a vomit noise. Blah, blah, scrunch.
I don't know if
Belch.
that's it. Belch would be a word that is unpleasant and also describes something some people consider unpleasant.
Hogtied.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's a very soft hog. The middle of that's kind of rough.
Barbecue.
No, that's fine.
All right, let's
like
just. All right, I'm
barbecue.
just gonna throw some words out.
Okay,
I
I'll
want
tell you
guys
how it makes
Bratwurst.
me
to
feel.
immediately.
Bratwurst.
Immediate reaction. All right.
Okay.
First word that comes to mind
Uh-huh.
whenever I say.
Wait. How are we gonna tell you how we feel?
You just say the word, and then if it's a positive word or a negative word, you can tell.
So
But
should
I'm
we
just
say
like positive or negative, or am I
No,
rating
you say
it?
you say whatever comes to mind first. Like, what's your first response?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and then
get
if
it.
it takes you
You
to a
got
good
it?
place,
Sure.
yeah. Just are you ready?
Yeah.
Porcupine.
Needles.
Trees.
Needles is bad. Trees is good. Right. Right.
It's true. Okay. So
Okay.
it's a medium word. Is what you're saying.
Sure. Valet.
Earth.
Parking.
I think those are good things. Tertiary.
Turd.
Tertiary is bad.
Wait, I don't mind the word tertiary though.
But it did.
No, it
It
makes you
did
think
evoke
of turds.
turds.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Influenza.
Grundle.
Phil?
All right, on to the next.
We'll do one
topic.
more. One more. Pussy.
Trump. What is happening here?
We're making good videos, y'all.
Are we?
Yeah.
Is this what you consider a good video?
I don't know. We've never made one before.
I don't know. I've never
We've
done
never
it
made
before.
a video before.
All right, topic 2.
Hold on. Oh no! It already happened. Tell us your words you find uncomfortable in the comments below. I'm sure that with the people who watch this, there are a good list of words.
Look, I'm going to make everybody uncomfortable with words right now.
Okay.
Sharpened pencil under your forefingernail.
Sharpened pencil is
Yeah.
just that part of it I don't like.
Sharpened pencil.
Sharpened pencil. Ugh.
Shove the sharpened
It reminds
pencil.
me of like shards of glass. Like there's something sharp and
Shards of
dagger.
sharp glass
Okay.
and sharpened pencils.
I feel where you're going with that. Next topic. Fancy restaurants. I don't know anything about this unless
Fancy
you
pants restaurant.
consider Texas Roadhouse
Have
fancy.
you- so you've
Been to
never had
Texas
to...
Day, Brazil.
I have. Is that fancy?
But you don't have to get dressed up. I've been to, I know you have, been to a few restaurants that actually have a dress code.
I don't go to those places.
It's you don't go there to eat.
If I can't wear jeans
You go
and
there
a
for the
nice t-shirt,
experience.
I don't go.
You go there for the
To get to say that you...
So they can lighten your
really-
wallet a little.
a lot.
A lot. Yeah, it's not a little.
Actually, this year I went to the fanciest restaurant I've ever
Have you ever been to a Michelin star restaurant?
We don't have any near here. It's funny, the Michelin star system. What are you talking about?
I'm just waiting
What
for
are
you
you
to
saying?
say what's going to be so funny.
It's so funny, as in it's strange. It's obscure.
Oh, okay, that's a different thing.
Yeah, it's odd that
Peculiar?
it's peculiar I can't remember the numbers.
Weird.
Really, but in the United States of America, there's something like 3,000 Michelin stars awarded.
That's a lot.
And like 98% of them
New York
are
and LA.
New York and LA. And then the rest of them are in Chicago.
Chicago has they're like a big meat place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
they're
The
steaks.
Lots
Sausage
of beef.
King of Chicago.
Is that from a movie?
Yeah, Ferris Bueller.
Huh.
I hate it.
So, what's your
Anyway.
fancy restaurant? What's the most fancy restaurant you've ever been to?
Okay, the fanciest restaurant that I have ever been to
Paint a word
is
picture here.
Chez Philippe.
That doesn't paint much.
My house?
No.
It does
Philip's
sound
house.
fancy. I'll give you that.
It is the restaurant that resides in the Peabody Hotel
Okay.
in downtown
Didn't that used to be,
Memphis,
like,
Tennessee.
Carrabba's or
No,
something?
there's
There's a steakhouse too?
there's two other restaurants
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
But this
Capriccio
is-
Grill.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
And and then anyway, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
So let me tell you the story of why I ate here. First of all, I have a friend who works at the Peabody Hotel, and that friend hooked me up with a nice executive suite for $60. So I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go have a little staycation. I'm gonna go chill at the coolest hotel in town.
When
Also,
did we learn about the fancy dinner?
I'm setting it up. You got somewhere to be?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Also, when I bought my new vehicle, they gave me a gift card. And it was a $300 gift card.
Thanks, Mini BMW.
And it was for the Peabody Hotel. And I thought, why would I, what am I going to do?
You're going to go live it up at the Peabody Hotel.
So I went and I spent $400 of that $300 gift card on dinner for two at Chez Philippe.
Louise.
Man.
Did I get wine, you might ask? Did I get drinks?
What did you get?
Did I get the 7-course chef's tasting menu
Yeah.
for two?
Yeah.
I did. I sure did.
Is that the most expensive thing there?
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess if you get two of them. Caviar. It's $240.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's
Wow.
stupid. Eat some fish eggs.
I was there
That is
last
Some
night.
slimy,
That's
stupid fish
I
eggs.
was there last
Guess what
night.
they taste like?
Fish eggs.
Just like them.
You know, the fanciest place I've ever been is Andrew Michael Kitchen.
Let me guess,
And
you
I-
had caviar breakfast.
There was
that's
caviar
the best place
on-
I've ever been.
Oh wait, no, I think I'm thinking of Flight because Flight had caviar on their breakfast. Because
Yeah.
I had brunch I've had brunch and dinner at Flight, which is really nice.
It's good stuff. Over
So
there.
what makes these places worth this much
Okay.
money?
I
What
think
are
it's
you
the
paying
service.
for?
It's not necessarily about the food.
Well,
so to speak.
what you're paying for the food is its value based on what people are willing to pay for it. It is so significant and so in demand in its area that the price can be what the price is. Now, to compensate for that, you get the service experience, which is what type of personalized experience the restaurant can provide for you through either the creativity of the chef, the interactions that you get, or the staff that's serving you. So it's not so much...
I haven't heard you mention food once.
You're right. You're right. It's not necessarily about the food itself. Food is food. I mean, ingenuity, creativity, and skill all go into making delicious food, but also, does it tell a story? Is it art? Is it presented to you well? Does the server know exactly how to explain it correctly?
That's one thing I've noticed about every really nice restaurant is each dish has a story.
Do you comb your hair before you go to a nice restaurant? All right, that answers it.
2 out of 9 times.
I have put on a nice shirt.
Once.
And then putting on the shirt kind of pulled his hair down.
So if you want a good meal, you can go to Texas Roadhouse and you can spend $20 and get you a steak and a potato.
You can pick out your own steak. Did you know that?
And that is...
And they'll tell you the story about that.
And there's a guy in
too.
the back that's going to cook it generally to the temperature you want it to. It's going to be good. You're going to have a decent experience. Like, not much can go wrong, and there's not a whole lot of risk involved because it's not a terribly large amount of money. But What didn't happen was you didn't have an executive chef who you can't, not a cook, not a restaurant cook, not Billy Joe, your friend from high school who now runs the kitchen at the Longhorn.
The guy in charge of the entire menu that is designed and...
It's a piece of art. It's a book. It's an album. It's created for a purpose. It tells a story.
Yeah.
Everything is...
a train whistle away.
That's what you're paying for. You're paying for what is kind of a more personalized and a very unique experience.
I think unique is the thing. Like, you can go to any restaurant and get a steak with some bread and stuff.
That sounds pretty good.
It's delicious.
It's fantastic.
That's not what you're
Nobody's going to argue that. But what you get when you go to, like, Flight, you order... You can do it a la carte, but you buy a flight of 3 things.
That's weird that that's the thing you do there and that's the name of the place.
Really?
They said the thing in the thing.
But, you get, like, for dinner once I had, like, a bison with certain things.
You had a bison?
A whole bison.
They just let him out to the kitchen.
The bison, please.
You don't eat it. You just ride him around and pet it.
But basically they give you information about each one of the ingredients, like where they came from, why they did that way, and then they do that for
why they slit the throat with the cow upside down,
to let the blood come out easily, and then they pair it with wines. You can get the wine pairing, and why wouldn't you if you're going to spend that much money anyway?
Do they have bourbon pairings?
Maybe. I don't think so, but I guess.
Missing out.
And the same thing with Andrew Michael. They do that same kind of thing.
With whenever you are paying that much money, which is a lot of money compared to how much it actually costs to do whatever it is, but you're getting things that are created in a gourmet sense. Like, this is supposed to taste this way. It's tooled to invoke this flavor to make you feel this. It's supposed to set this off. There's like an art and a science to it that is really, really intriguing, and that's what makes it cool. So you'll take a bite of steak, and in your mind you think, I've had steak 1,000 times. I know what it's supposed to taste like, and all of a sudden you can taste all of these. Just your senses are exploded into these things that you've never experienced before. All because it has the perfect amount of walnut gastrique, and it was set off by this. Reduction of cayenne, cherry tomato relish put on inside of a balloon and popped at 37 degrees, whatever.
Yeah, I can't get into this. I don't know why.
You've never tried it. How do you know?
No, because I can't see parting with that much money.
But that's the thing.
Some people like to buy expensive shoes.
I don't.
When you buy...
Some people don't like to buy expensive shoes. Some people like to buy nice TVs.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I bought one time. That was 6 years ago.
But when you go to...
You could have had one nice meal for the past year, for the past 6 years instead of that TV.
When you go to Texas Roadhouse, you say, I want my steak medium, I want my...
Medium rare.
Get
rare. It right!
Regardless, you want it medium rare, you want your side of macaroni.
I want extra cinnamon butter.
Sprinkle some more cinnamon on top of that butter.
What you're not gonna do at a really nice restaurant.
Feel bad when I pay the
You're not gonna say, I want this way. They're gonna give it to you the way that
See,
it's
I'm not about
supposed
that
to be.
either.
Oh, you're very picky.
I am. Another reason why I don't go to fancy places.
That's kind of...
Just because you're not interested in it doesn't mean it doesn't have a
But
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not into
specifically, like, Andrew Michael Kitchen. They will ask you, because what they do with, like, the chef special is they ask you up front, like, do you like this thing? Do you want this thing?
What could you whip up with potatoes and ketchup?
And they will.
I was dating a vegetarian girl when I went there. And they are not a very vegetarian-friendly place.
They kind of say it in their...
Pig. And so we did a tasting menu, and they ended up doing like 3 vegetarian courses that were off the menu, just created from scratch. The chef just got to kind of have fun and make some really interesting things. And everything that she ate was immaculate. It was delicious. It was fantastic, very original, unique, and astonishing.
Man, it's so weird. I just can't. I don't get it.
It's really.
You don't go there to fill your belly with good meals. You go there to experience something.
But the thing is, I have picked out the 4 flavors in life that I love. It is salty. It is meaty.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I'm feeling funky, maybe like a little pepper flavor thrown in there for good measure.
Well, I mean, there could very well be a restaurant, a gourmet chef that would suit those needs for you. That would be the best experience.
But then again, like with those flavors, you can go pretty much anywhere and find what you want.
Pretty much.
So
you can always just go get a Coney at Sonic.
See, that's a little below my threshold.
That's below me. Now there really is something about dressing up and going somewhere.
Oh, I don't like
really,
dressing up
really
either.
nice. Yeah.
Maybe that's another part of it.
I'm tired of trying to trick Josh.
At every
liking
turn,
this.
it's another thing that pushes me out the door.
But I think that at the end of the day, you have to be willing to take a step back from what you are used to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
like
allow
change.
someone else to design your meal for you.
You see,
It's not about going out to eat.
the things
No.
I can get into.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get into fine dining, but I can get into finding the best pizza that someplace. I can get into finding the best burger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like putting artistry into a thing that I already know I enjoy. That I like that. When we go out of town, they're some of the more not expensive even, but just like the nicer versions of a type of food. Chattanooga, wherever we went, and where I made that awesome joke that everyone laughed
and the
at.
Barrel.
Yeah,
Beast
like
and
I wouldn't
Barrel.
call that fine. That's not fine dining
No,
by
that
any
wasn't fine
measure,
dining.
but that's a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
They make nice versions of the food they make.
Yeah.
And I can get down with that. I can't get down to any further, I don't think.
Well, it doesn't have to go much further.
Yeah.
Again, the price isn't what makes something fine dining. If what you're thinking of when you hear fine dining is everybody's got a suit and a dinner jacket on and everybody's drinking the paired wine.
It is more the, like, you go in there and they have, like, 5 things. Or some places don't let you choose what you're going to eat, which I find to be crazy.
No, there are places that...
I've heard of places like that.
Well, that's their gimmick.
Yeah.
Man.
But that is insane.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't go there to get like my nutrition for the day. I would go there as I would go to like an awesome concert, or as I would go to the ballet or a movie or something like that.
I don't like anything. You keep saying things, and I'm like, I don't like anything.
Yeah, I think there was a time in my life
I'm a
where I would have
miserable
said, like, absolutely not. Like, there's no way I would
To the
spend good
food?
money to go have somebody make something for me without me knowing.
It's truly amazing.
But it really is such an interesting experience.
It's like having an artist paint you a picture just for you right in front of you.
You really do have to
Artists
separate
suck.
yourself.
I was just...
You have to separate yourself from, like, your normal dietary restrictions and just say, I'm going to let this guy choose what he wants to feed me. Mm-hmm. And then you're just like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I mean,
Usually I say this is weird. I don't like it, though. That's the way it usually goes.
I like weird.
Yeah.
Weird's good.
it's
I
not
appreciate
always
it.
about
Weird's different.
liking it either. I mean, it's kind of
It's
like
about
getting on a
trying.
roller coaster.
It's tough to pay a lot of money for something you might not like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Well,
it's,
yeah, when you get the bill, you're not like, man, that was totally worth it. You're kind of like, well,
You see, when I go
this
to
was-
my favorite
I'll pay it.
steakhouse in town, Buckley's,
which is no longer my favorite steakhouse.
it's dropped off.
Yeah, their whole new menu is just...
Yeah, it's dropped off. But anyways, I used to go there, and I was like, I am happy that I just paid $100 for this meal for 2, which isn't a lot of money, but for me, eating out, that is a lot of money.
No, absolutely, yeah.
And I that's about my limit, I think.
well, for about that much,
You can go to Flight.
you could
go to Texas Day,
Flight.
Brazil.
You can definitely do Flight. Flight is actually
It's pretty
weirdly affordable. That's if you want to dip your feet into fine dining and not have to wear a suit, go to Flight.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate you guys' opinions on the matter. I would probably stick to going to Wingstop and getting 30 boneless wings and 3 large fries. But, you know, to each their own, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah. I can't argue with that. Hey, you, viewer. What's the coolest restaurant experience you've ever had? What's the best food? What's the most original meal you've ever had from a restaurant?
Have you ever gone to that place where they blindfold you and like feed you?
That's a
in
different
the dark?
thing.
I want to go there so bad.
How about the place where you eat food off of naked bodies?
I'm down.
I've done that.
No, you haven't.
Not at a restaurant.
And I bet if you tell these restaurants in the comments below, Travis is ever in those cities, I bet he'll give it a shot.
Absolutely.
I might.
I won't.
I'm all about going to a whole new city to eat at one restaurant and then drive right back.
Heck yeah, I've done it.
All right, we'll see you in the future. Bye.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. New videos come out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Check out some of these sweet videos. Go to patreon.com/dudesinSpace if you'd like to give us your support.